Hi everyone, I am again here with an explanation of another pattern, visitor pattern. Coming to the visitor pattern, this visitor pattern also falls under a behavioral pattern. In our behavioral pattern, this is the last pattern in behavioral pattern, that is nothing but a visitor pattern. Before going to see about the templates of this visitor pattern, let us see the introduction of this visitor pattern. In visitor pattern, we use a visitor objects which changes the executing algorithms of an algorithm of an element object. By this way, execution algorithm of element can vary as visitor varies. As per the pattern, element object has to accept the visitor object so that visitor object handles the operation on the element object. That means the pattern should be used when you have distinct and unrelated operations that to perform across a structure of object. And this will avoids adding in new code throughout your object structure, that is better that to keep separate. Let us see the example of this visitor pattern, that which makes very easy to understand about this pattern. Suppose if you want to do shopping in a shopping mall and you want to try to purchase some of the different kinds of product at a same place. Suppose you decided to purchase some of the products like some books or dresses or some fruits or some cosmetics. In such a way you have to purchase some of the different kinds of product at the same time at same place. After selecting the products from shop in different kinds of product, you will collect all the products that which have which has been selected from different kinds of product, and after collecting that you will collect all the products and go to the cashier to pay the bill for that products. Then what the cashier does is, cashier checks each and every product and he will calculate the total price on different kinds of product that you have been selected, and he will tell to you to pay the amount of total amount of different kinds of products, and you will give the total amount to the cashier and you will purchase the products, right? This is the process what will happen in our shopping malls. And here the cashier is nothing but a visitor object in our pattern, and each product is nothing but a visitable or an element, and product collection is nothing but a object structure. So this is one of the example we can say under our visitor pattern, purchasing of products from a shopping mall, different kinds of product purchasing at the same place in a shopping mall. So let us see about in detail about our pattern. Coming to the intent of our visitor pattern, in this it represents an operation to be performed on the element of an object structure. This visitor lets you define a new operation without changing the classes of the elements on which it operates. That means adding a new operation requires changes all of the classes. That is the problem. To overcome this, we are going to use this intent pattern. Let us see the motivation of this intent pattern. Coming to the motivation, in this we speak about the problem which has been occurred and how we are going to overcome by using this pattern. In this, the problem which this approach is adding a new operation requires changes to all of the classes. To overcome this, we are going to use this visitor pattern. To justify this, let us consider an example of this example of a class diagram to represent and to overcome this problem. Suppose let us consider a compiler that represents a program as an abstract syntax tree. It will need to perform operations on abstract syntax tree for static semantic analysis, like checking that all the variables are defined, or it will be also need to generate code. So it may define operations for type checking, code optimization, flow analysis, and checking for variables being assigned value before they are used, and so on. Moreover, we could use the abstract syntax trees for pretty printing, program restructuring, code instrumentation, and computing various metrics of a program. Most of these operations will need to be treat nodes that represents assignment statements differently from nodes that represents variables or arithmetic expression. Here there will be one class for an assignment statement, another for variable access, another for arithmetic expression, and so on. These three. The set of nodes classes depends on the language being compiled, of course, but it doesn't changes much for a given languages. In this diagram, it shows the part of the node class hierarchy. The problem here is that distributing all these operations across the various node classes lead to a system that's harder to understand and maintain and change. It will be confused to have type checking code mixed with pretty printing code or flow analysis code. Moreover, adding a new operations usually requires recompiling all of these classes. It would be better if each new operation could be added separately and then the node classes were independent of the operations that applied to them. We can have both by packing related operations from each class in a separate object called as a visitor. And passing it to elements of the abstract syntax tree and its traversed. When an element accepts the visitor, it sends a request to the visitor that encodes the elements class. It also includes the elements as an argument. This visitor will then execute the operations for the element the operation that used to be in the class of the element. For example, a compiler that didn't use visitor might type checking a procedure by calling the type checking operation on its abstract syntax tree. Each of the nodes would implement type checking by calling type check on its components. Suppose if the compiler type checked a procedure using visitors, then it would create a type checking visitor object and calls the accept operation on that abstract syntax tree. With that, the object as an argument. And each of these nodes would implement accept by calling back on the visitor. An assignment node calls visit assignment operation on the visitor, while a variable refers calls a visit variable reference. What has been used to be that what the type check operation in the class used to be assignment nodes is now the visit assignment operations on type checking visitor. That means to make visitor work for more than just type checking, and we need an abstract parent class node visitor for all visitors on the abstract syntax tree. Node visitor must declare an operations for each node class. An application that needs to compute program merits will define new subclasses of node visitor and will no longer need to be add particular application specific code to the node classes. The visitor pattern itself encapsulates the operation for each compilation phase in a visitor associated with that phase. And you can define two classes, one for the elements being operated on the node hierarchy and one for the visitor that defines operations on the element, and you can create a new operation by adding a new subclasses to the visitor class hierarchy as long as the grammar that the compiler accepts doesn't changes. We can add new functionality simply by defining new node visitor to the subclasses. In this way, we are going to solve this problem by using this visitor pattern, and let us see the applicability of this visitor pattern.